I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I think a lot of people have been thinking about it too. I just don't think they haven't really said it out loud yet. Everything just feels fake now. And I don't mean as in a dramatic way or a conspiracy way. Just there's just this low level feeling of like when you're scrolling and when you're watching something when you see a face you don't necessarily or completely recognize, you got this like little quiet question in the back of your head, thinking, is this real? And what bothers me the most is that a couple of years ago, that question didn't even exist. You just looked at something and you knew, right? Now you look at something and you're not sure. And we're getting less sure with every month. Example, do you guys remember the Will Smith spaghetti eating thing that looked completely ridiculous? And then 3 years ago, or like 3 years later, they did it again, and it was like almost like it was like a night and day difference. And if you would do it now, you would think that Will Smith would actually eat that spaghetti. I mean, that's just how much it has advanced, right? But anyway, like we used to have like a final check, like a last line of some sort of verification that felt solid, right? And I saw that with my own eyes, and that used to mean something. If someone told you a story and you didn't believe it, you'd say, show me the video or show me the photo. And that was it. It was settled. The eyes were the thing you trusted above everything else. And I think that's kind of the thing that's been taken away right now, quietly, actually. And I don't think most people have fully registered yet because, AI right now is genuinely impressive and it's moving at the speed of light. That's how fast it moves. And there were dozens of tools, each one getting significantly better every few months. And between all of them, you can generate images, video, voice, entire identities, right? Things that didn't exist yesterday and look completely real today. And that's not slowing down. Every month, every few months, there's like a new model that makes the last one look incredibly primitive. And the thing is, like, the progression of all of this, like, it isn't gradual, it is really fast. As I said, it's like lightning fast. And as I just mentioned, like a year or 2 years ago, you could still see it. There was this quality to AI generated images, slight glow on the skin, or a smoothness that just wasn't just too smooth. Eyes that were perhaps too symmetrical. It had a specific look to it. You'd see it, and something in your brain would go off, right? It's not completely fake exactly, but just off. And that's almost completely gone now. I can still catch it sometimes, small things, the way your hand is positioned or something slightly wrong with the background, a texture that doesn't quite sit right in the light, or uh but it's just getting harder every time. And I think about that, where and I think about like where that goes, right, in a year, like 2 years, and I generally don't see a version of this particular story where those tells don't disappear completely, right? Those early AI videos, as I said before, there was like this also did this Warcraft style one floating around, looked super cinematic, like genuinely impressive. But every time like a character would appear on screen, they'd be standing completely still for like 2 or 3 seconds before they started moving. And it was like for every single one, like what was for the orc, the elf, the dwarf, it froze, or like the scene would start, it froze, and then it would walk. And that's how you knew it wasn't like done with like Blizzard CGI stuff, but that's how you knew that it was AI, right? Now that's even gone. Sometimes I still see it, but for like the most, it is gone. Especially with Hicksfield, they made an entire movie of like, what was it again, 10 minutes or so, and I just I could see that it was AI, right? I just thought it was like an animated team doing some cool animations, right? Um, like the newer stuff opens with that motion. So like stuff is already happening. Like instead of them standing still and moving, they already am like in the scene moving and doing stuff. So they figured out how to fix that. And that was like a small thing. Um and they already like smoothed it over, like completely like fixed it, tinkered with it and fixed it. So here for me is where it gets quite uncomfortable because like the average person, like not a tech person, just someone sitting on their phone, can no longer tell the difference between a real face and a generated one, and they don't know they they don't know they can't tell the difference. They think they can, but they can't. I saw this image, or like these two images that were placed next to each other, and you'd had to guess which one was AI generated and which one wasn't. And I chose the wrong one. I was like, what? I was like, this has to be the AI generated one. No, 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 no. Like, it wasn't. Like, I was completely. I just like I couldn't see it. Like, not even in the subtlety. And that's really scary to me. So it's like this is what makes it so unsettling for me. It's not just the technology that fooled me or you or anybody else. It is that they still feel like they catch it, right? They still trust their own eyes, and their eyes are no longer reliable. Your eyes, my eyes, anybody else's eyes, like we can no longer spot it. And I think that it's really terrifying. For instance, like the fake Instagram models, are probably the clearest example of how far this already went, right? People were following these accounts, like genuinely following them, engaging with them, developing this one sided attachment to someone they thought was a real person, a real woman. And in some cases, these accounts were pulling in tens of thousands of dollars a month. They'd get sponsorships, subscriptions, like the whole shebang, right? A completely monetized account. And all they do is like writing, prompts, like a dude behind, like behind a computer typing the shit out, you know, no real model, just a prompt and a payout practically. And a lot of people following those accounts never really found out about it. And some of them still don't know. And that's the thing that really stays with me because it wasn't a scam in the traditional sense. Like nothing was stolen, or like no one was directly defrauded. It was just a fake person made convincing enough that real people formed real feelings around it. And the tech that made that possible a year ago is now significantly more advanced. And we already had a problem before any of this. Like propaganda isn't new. Same goes for misinformation. So someone writes a post on Facebook that a celebrity died, right? It gets shared 10,000s of times before anyone checks, or people flooding that person's Instagram asking if they're okay, or, you know, or whatever. So the trust in what we read was already damaged, right? And then that person has to go online and post a video or a clip or an image saying with a caption like "I'm alive." What you read was like fake news. And it's not that AI created that problem. It's being used as a weapon, right? So because before the fake thing was at least text, right? You could find the source, trace it back, and check. Now now the fake thing is a video. It's a voice, it's a face, and we are trained to trust those things instinctivly. So we spend our whole lives using our eyes and ears as the final check. And so I saw that with my own eyes. That is what is changing, and once that check is gone, I'm not sure what replaces it. So you scroll and you see a face and you don't know, and slowly, without anyone announcing it, the not knowing becomes normal, and that's where we are. And I don't know what the answer is. I'm not sure there is one yet, because there's no system or verified real standard that works at a scale. Just the growing awareness that the thing you used to trust most, what you could see with your own eyes, right, is no longer enough. So that's why everything feels fake now. And the part that really bothers me is increasingly a lot of it actually is.